Welcome to a wonderful today. Wait, that's the energy we're looking for. Wait, that's the energy we're looking for. Am I wrong for that? I think that's the energy. Welcome to a wonderful today. That's like me waking up every day. Welcome to a wonderful today. I just wake up in my bed, open eyes. Welcome to a wonderful today. Not to anyone, just to myself. To the room. To the energy. To the vibes. To the spirits. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to a wonderful today. Senjugahara, I love that. Senjugahara, I love that. You know, I'm just going to start the episode here. I think that's a perfectly fine spot to start this the episode time. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to React to Andy. Tonight, episode 4 of Owarimonogatari Season 2. What happened last episode? That was a great question. Let me just get the comments up on the screen. I'm not gonna lie. Welcome to a wonderful today. This is the day, okay? I'm not really sure where this arc is going. And let me just start there. I'm not really sure where this arc is going. It's weird. It's a weird spot because like we had all that climactic like I have a couple ideas, but we had all that like climactic kind of like rebirth, vampirism gone, right? Time for our counterattack, and then it's like, all right, let's go on a little date with Senjugahara to the like planetarium. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't quite like, you know, it's a little strange in that way. The kind of like mini idea I have is that like almost in a way Araragi and Senjugahara are serving as bait for Ougi, you know, but I don't know if Araragi even knows that that's even a plan. I just kind of feel like if I'm gone, right, I want to attack Ougi, I want to catch, it's literally, bro, it's a thing, random reference Hunter x Hunter, if you know, you know. It's a random thing that is in like the first arc of Hunter x Hunter or whatever, right, where it's like, if you want to get somebody, right, you want to jump them while they're preoccupied with jumping someone else. You know what I mean? Because they will be fully focused on attacking that they won't even notice that they're getting attacked, right? It's that move, right? So that's kind of the idea. So like Araragi and Senjugahara are going out on their little datey date, and then Ougi's like, I was in the back seat, and then Gaon in the car is in the next car over with a sniper, bam, 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 shoots Ougi in the head 3 times, right? That's kind of my idea for why this is even happening. Kind of the reasoning gets into like some stuff we'll talk about a little bit. I'm gonna go pretty fast through this comment section, I'm gonna be honest. The reasoning for that is kind of like with the start of this episode, Araragi's like being like, hey, you know, what's up with me loving myself, and like how does that reflect on my humanity when I'm starting to love Senjugahara more, blah blah blah. That kind of being the start of the arc, start of the episode, is to show that Araragi's got some inner turmoil on the issue, you know? And I feel like inner turmoil is when Ougi likes to strike. You know, like that could be the fuel that provokes Ougi into action. And Ougi's eye opens at the end of the episode saying, well, good morning, right? So I could totally see that being the case. Also with like Tsukihi being like, yeah, I said no to my boyfriend, or whatever the specific of that was. That is kind of like an interesting little thing to have in the middle, where it's like, what was a stable relationship had a little bit of like a ching chong, right? With like White Day or whatever. So that goes on in the middle. There's a little bit of thought at the beginning, and then Ougi's eye opens at the end, and all of this is taking place after the whole let's do a counterattack thing. I could totally see them being bait for Ougi or something. So that's the hypothesis for what is even going on. I just want to point out, so timeline update. Ougi pants and Kiyomi's shirt are after Hitagi rendezvous. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even realize that that's what this arc was called. Hitagi rendezvous. I don't know how to say that word. But yeah, Ougi pants Kiyomi's shirt is up next. Should be excited for that. There was that one line that this is referring to. I appreciate Twisty Tsukihi. I just love that name, by the way. That's such a fun name. There was that one line that I was getting a little caught up on last episode about, it was weird. The line was just kind of said weird. Maybe I'm just stupid, but the line was kind of said weird, where it was like, I just hate whenever they, like, if you have a complicated sentence, don't make it a negative sentence, because then I'm going to lose it. You know, where they were like, how did they phrase it? Like, there was like a question, and then it was like, it would be crazy if that's not the case, and then a statement. And so that not the case thing, just like you can't flip things over, okay? I'm not a pancake. You can't be like, here's a complicated word sandwich. It's inverted. Now it's back. Now it's inverted. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But what's actually important is that this sentiment that if he's no longer the center of his own universe, Araragi, then he's as good as dead as a human, right? It's also the case where it's like, I don't understand what the like I don't understand how this thought works. You know what I mean? Where it's because I think this is right. I think this is what he's saying, right? If he's no longer the center of his own universe, then he's as good as dead as a human. Agreed. That is what is being said. But why? How are those two thoughts attached? That's what I don't get, right? It feels non sequitur to me, right? Where it's like, if you are no longer your own core, then how does that equal not being a human anymore, or being as good as dead as a human? What about being human necessitates that you are the center of your own universe? You know what I mean? That is like egocentrism. Okay, leave that to like the 6-year-olds that their brain is still developing. Araragi, you know what I mean? Widen your scope a little bit. I mean, like, I think it is so incredibly human to not be the center of your own universe. I think it's also very human to be self-centered in that way. But like, there are so many people that have like their religion above them. That's the center of their universe. They have like their family ideals, right? Anyone that would die for anything. Even Araragi, bro, you've been dying. You've been like throwing yourself into danger constantly. Like, you know what I mean? I guess he's kind of, you could say he's doing that in like this self-centered way or whatever. Like, you can entire cook with that. But like, people that are willing to sacrifice themselves for other things, I feel that feels very human to me. So it's just a thing where I guess I get what he's saying now, but I don't understand why that makes any sense, right? How does no longer being the center of your own universe equal being as good as dead as a human? Why is your conception of a human necessitate self-centeredness? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense to me. It feels like two separate things that shouldn't really be that attached. But that's a question for Araragi, not as much as that's a question for Araragi as opposed to a question for like the show's functioning, right? But yeah, and it definitely is a callback to the Kizu stuff. You become less human when you make friends. Though it's also the thing, like, there's a key difference in like understanding for me where like saying that making friends makes you weaker. I can understand that. That makes enough sense to me, right? Because you're like widening the amount of areas that you could be hurt. You know, you're like more vulnerable in a way by not being isolated. You know, like independence can be seen as something that is strong, right? Because you are built on yourself. You don't need other people, right? You don't need things. That makes you stronger. There's less ways for you to lack, right? Like that makes a lot of sense to me. The weakness thing makes a lot of sense to me. But that weakness thing and the good is dead are separate things for me. That's part of why it was so like confusing for me, right? But yeah, this I 1,000,000% agree with. His weakness is his current self. I do like if this is weakness, then I don't mind, right? I don't particularly mind how weak I've become. Actually, I really do like that message specifically because I feel like in another show, the way this like, if you want to call it like a character arc, the way this thought would evolve would probably be something like, oh, being friends makes you weaker, and then at the end it's, oh, wait a second, my friends make me stronger, right? That's kind of the trope. That's like the stereotype with like how that I've heard that idea before, you know, of like I'm emboldened by my friends. They give me reason to fight, you know. But Araragi's not doing that at all, right? He's doubled down. He's completely like solid on this is weakness, right? But the key change for him was that he's accepting of the weakness, right? I don't particularly mind how weak I've become, you know? Which I quite like, right? I quite like the self-acceptance angle, and also like you don't gotta change, you don't have to like say that your past self was wrong, but like becoming okay with that, you know, that feels like it's a completely different method of approach, but I really do quite like that. So I'll even give that a little heart. But yeah. The religion as a burden weight tangent reminded me of Senjo. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. I didn't even think about the Senjo connection, right? I did kind of... Let me skip. I did kind of want to... Do I want to do that now? Yeah, why not? So I did go on that tangent last episode. Where is it? Here? Wait. Religion / heaviest burden pressure tangent. Yeah. So I went on that tangent about like my like personal experience, whatever. I wanted to respond to that real quick. The reason... So like... Because first off, I didn't really even... I don't know. It was kind of crazy for me to even do that. I'm not going to lie. Like afterwards, I was kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have gone on that spiel. Because that's kind of I don't know. It's kind of like an intense thing or whatever. But so I wanted to kind of like readdress that a little bit from last episode. The kind of like reason that was kind of important to me to bring up, and it made a lot of sense for me to bring up, like to myself, was that kind of sentiment that I was trying to share, one of me as a kid go into crazy places as a result of trying to deal with like some very like fundamental foundational concepts, and in that case being me trying to understand the afterlife and religion and kind of how that was shown to me, that leading me as a child into like some crazy like mind spaces or whatever. That's pretty much like that entire sentiment is what I relate to and feel so like randomly like seen in with Araragi, right? Because I feel like that's what's happening with Araragi, or has happened with Araragi and justice, right? And the law, and you know, black and white, and him burying bugs and all that kind of thing. Like that level of kind of weird like fundamental confusion or whatever you want to call it. That's exactly what I like relate to with Araragi so much that I haven't really seen anywhere else, right? And so me kind of going on that spiel about like, religion, it was always like certain parts of religion were always kind of a difficult concept for me because it was so incredibly intense, right? That's like, how do you hold yourself up to this standard? And then that led to me going into some crazy headspaces to try to like deal with it and get past it. That's, I feel like, what Araragi's done with justice, you know, where he has like this idolized version of black and white in his head. That's pretty much his, like him and Hanakawa, you know. And so him trying to reach that has then led to him kind of doom spiral, because as he's reaching up to try to reach his idolized justice or whatever, the ground beneath him crumbles and goes away because he can't hold all that burden, and boom, he's gone, right? That's pretty much that's like the religion part with me is a lot where that came in, and a lot where that attachment comes in. So yeah, that little like mini story example that I gave of like that like personal one specifically was me trying to like show how I connect to Araragi, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was kind of the idea there. I feel like I didn't really say that last time, and I just wanted to like clarify it. I do want to respond to this though, because I do really appreciate the response. What did I want to say to this? This is healthy. I think this is good. I do really like this idea of like, if you sin, you can always supplant it by doing a good deed. This sounds like kind of like a karma type deal, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. We love Vinland Saga. And such, right? And it gives you, so it's, what I like about this is that like, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better, right? Which is kind of what's said here. You just have to strive to be better than you were in the past. You should always try to be the best version of yourself. Isn't that right? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, I really, really like that. And this whole like, be the best version of yourself is what I constantly try to do myself, and for me, it's not attached to like any sort of religion now. It's just me trying to like be the best me. Like that just seems important, right? Yeah, so I do really like that. The point, I guess like one other way to kind of explain the sentiment I was trying to give, is kind of like it's almost, and it is a thing of perfectionism, right? It is a thing of like the level of the afterlife is so intense that it feels so hard to reach that, you know? But well, okay, scratch that thought. I'm kind of getting confusing with my wordage. There's like this moment of like imagine you believe in the afterlife, right? You believe in heaven, all of these things, hell, all these things or whatever. How could you ever take a day off? You know, that's kind of what it is for me, right? How could I ever not be doing my best? How could I ever spend money on myself instead of donating to charity, right? Like it makes it, I feel like I would constantly be like second guessing myself, and like it gives you such a motivation to be perfect. And I understand that perfectionism is kind of the enemy, right? Like, which is why I prefer this like be the best version of yourself thing, right? It's try your best, not be the best, you know? But man, there's something about like that a lot of the traditional concepts of like, or I say traditional, a lot of like how I was raised with religion, that makes it so like it just perfectionism, and I've always had a perfectionism thing, you know, but it gives like I need to get 100% on this test or I'm suffering for eternity. No, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do really appreciate this. It seems healthy and good, and I'm not trying to bash on religion with like what I was trying to say, you know. And I did kind of say that a little bit, but yeah, just wanted to say that I appreciate that. Okay, back to it. Let me get through this real quick. This is a fun idea. Gone freaking space tourism, but for hell. Real. The name person being like a mapologist, a cartographer, or something of the sort. That's pretty sick. Senjo wants to do the same. True and real. Emphasis on how important her father is to her and the stars, right? That's something that's like important to keep in mind for sure. I still don't know what to do with the the Ougi space fan thing. Still don't know what to do with that. These are some pretty bars. These are some pretty bars. I'm not gonna lie. I mostly just straight up agree with what's going on here. Like a lot of this here is the actual psychological like vocabulary and that kind of conceptualization, the psychological conceptualization of what I was talking about. So it's like put into like words instead of me just rambling. And so yeah, I totally like agree with what's being said here, right? I mean, I haven't heard of things like the stress map model by Lazarus, but the importance of a success orient, I'm just going to use the terms even if I don't understand them. Stop me, you can't. But like the importance of success, like moving towards success as opposed to moving away from failure. That's something I already agree with, you know. So just seeing that like there's kind of this terminology that's kind of been born out of like how to approach that and the benefits of that is super sick to see, right? But yeah, and like the doom spirals that can lead out of like failure, because if you try to avoid failure all the time and then you fail, ouch, you know what I'm saying? And then you get so upset about that you start to fail more, and then you start to doom spiral. We hate the doom spiral. This is really real as well. So this is in reference to Araragi and Ougi, what Araragi was saying about Ougi, right? The life purpose to right wrongs and how that can be problematic. And what this is pretty much saying here is that like in order to exist, in order to do your life's purpose of righting wrongs, there needs to be a wrong for you to right, which necessitates that the world is wrong, which then biases you towards seeing things as problematic, right? And so yeah, a couple like good analogies for like explaining that. So yeah, and that's super true. It's one of those things where like I can see this kind of like I would imagine this kind of situation, this kind of person being born out of someone that doesn't realize how like biased or subjective they are, you know? That's what's so like dangerous to me about like making your life purpose into something so grand and like moral or whatever, that it's like you're a human being. You don't have perfect perception, all right? You have all sorts of biases built in, and so if you come in with some claim of objectivity, and then you just come in with your rose tinted glasses and start swinging, then you're gonna hit somebody that didn't deserve to get hit, right? And so like a little bit like that's kind of the thing. Like if somebody doubts themselves a lot, then I would tell them to be more confident and doubt themselves less. If someone doesn't doubt themselves at all, then I want to tell them to doubt themselves more and think more, right? I think it's always, like, you always want to hit that freaking mean, bro, the average, right? A little bit of doubt is good. It keeps you, like, accountable for yourself. A lot of doubt is bad because then you get so stuck in it, you don't do anything. And no doubt is bad because then you can, like, go into paladin, you know, crusader kind of mode, right? Which is kind of what's going on with this, like, right wrongs methodology, you know? So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Good analogies to kind of clarify that. The point of accepting the darkness in you kind of deal. Whoa. What a crazy thing for me to say in an anime reaction. Yeah, the point about accepting the darkness within you. It's the thing about, like, the whole, like, accepting the darkness thing. Like, this is, like, the good ending. I accept the dark inside me and all of humanity, but I accept it to the point where I don't hate it. Bro, accepting all the dark of humanity, I don't even know how, like, bro, there's a freaking thing on my screen. Sorry. My brain is so stupid sometimes. It just said fix that right now. There's a little bit of muck on it. No, but okay. Log back in. Accepting all the dark of humanity seems like something that I could never do in my entire existence. There's just too much. I just can't do it. I can't shoulder that weight. I'm not Atlas. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much. Accepting all the dark within me is hard enough already. It's also one of those things where it's like, because I spent a long time in, like, some of my teenage years, right? It's crazy that I'm not a teenager anymore. I still feel like a teenager in a lot of ways. But it's so, I spent a lot of time just, like, trying to fully understand how bad the world is, you know? Like, studying, like, genocides or whatever, and, like, all sorts of stuff that I don't care to share. But there's a lot out there, right? As bad as the world is, it always can get worse if you just keep looking, right? Like, my kind of conception of the darkness of humanity is that it's a rabbit hole that doesn't end. It will simply always get worse the more you dig into it, because people just do that, right? Like, you can just keep going forever, you know? And I just don't know if I could ever accept that all, right? And so what was so hard for me in a lot of ways was I spent a lot of time looking out into humanity, right? And it's crazy because we have the internet nowadays, right? We have the news that will constantly tell us, like, oh, new shooting just dropped, right? Like, all sorts of nonsense, all sorts of people dying, all sorts of children getting hurt, all sorts of people, you know, grand mistakes of justice, right? Where somebody gets sentenced to death when they didn't deserve it and it only got cleared afterwards, or whatever. Like, in every aspect of humanity, there's always something bad. And with the internet, we can see it all. And so what would happen is I would look out into the world, see all this horribleness, and be like, wow, this is horrible. This is so bad. Like, I don't even know how to deal with this. How can I live in a world like this? And then my introspection started looking within and being like, oh, wait, it's not just out there. It's in here too. And so all of the horror of examining the world around me got twisted inwards. And then it was like, oh, shoot, I'm a monster too. We're all monsters. You know what I mean? Which isn't healthy. That's like an extreme way to look at it, and we bounced back, right? That was just something to deal with, right? But yeah, it's one of those things that's like I don't know if I can ever fully accept things like that. I think I've mostly accepted myself, I think, for now. It'll probably change more later, right? I've come to a stability with myself. I don't know if I could do that with humanity, because it's just one of those things that, like, to accept it, I feel like I need to know it. I feel like I need to see it. But if I see it and know it, I don't think I can accept it, right? Because otherwise I'm accepting it through naivete, you know? And yeah, this is kind of like some, like, integration, shadow self kind of stuff. What's important is what I do with what's inside me, how do I use and interact with it. True. Let me use my darkness and hit someone over the head with it, but only when they deserve it. Only when they deserve it. Ougi bag. Dr. Pepper tastes like cough medicine. Sorry, had to do a second comment there. Okay. Respond to this. March 14th is 3.14 and also Einstein's birthday. Kind of a coincidence. I'm going to have my child get born on 3114. You know what I'm saying? I like this part. So I think this part's interesting. This is super true how, and this is what I kept saying about, like, this arc is so weird where, like, we have this huge, like, arc with Mayoi Hell about, you would think some crazy things coming out of, but then we just kind of go back up to mundane, like even then go do your entrance exams. That's like pretty whatever to me, because like we've been building up to that the entire time. That makes a lot of sense to me. The crazy part to me that like feels like such a twist, like such a turn that kind of like not quite undercuts, but does something weird with this fundamental transformation or whatever you want to call it, is that we're going into this Senjugahara arc, and where it's like, oh, the problems are solved. That's what Senjugahara was saying. Like, now we could get to go on dates because we've dealt with the problems. And like Araragi's like, yup. It's like, no, Araragi, no. What do you mean? We got Ougi to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So that part specifically, I think, is what's like so crazy about this. The point is that becoming human again wasn't really a big deal in the end. It's like yes and no, right? Like, I think the thing for me with this is that he didn't do it himself. He's been like given another chance to kind of like he's gotten that cleansed off his plate to some degree. I think there is like a burden that's like been taken off of him, where like he's back to human again, you know? And that's led him to being like, I think that very specifically has led to him to considering himself like this, like, the whole like narcissism human thing of I'm as good as dead as a human, right? Like those kind of thoughts are probably coming out of him being a human again. So I wouldn't want to say it's not a big deal, but it's also like one of those things where him being a vampire was just, I think, a symptom of a lot of deeper issues going on, right? And so we still got to deal with those, which is why it's so crazy that like he's just going on a date with Senjo instead of dealing with Ougi. But also, going on the date with Senjo isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it is White Day, but like there's literally a counterattack going on. So it's one of those things where it's just kind of, it's kind of crazy. He's kind of crazy to me in this way, right? But it's like, I think it gives him like, it's an opportunity, if nothing else, to like keep the momentum going. You know, it's kind of up to him to actually do it, right? His conceptualizations don't actually have a causal link with the phenomena the people he's attached to in his mind. Well, right. Well, Yes and no. I wouldn't even necessarily agree with that because, at least with like oddities, like Shinobu, there is some level of literal attachment between how people conceive them and how they are. So his conceptualizations would result in things in the same way that Gaon has like maybe like given him seeds in his mind that have led to things resulting how they are. But yeah, I mean it's one of those like vague things that you can kind of poke at in different ways. My favorite quote, love this quote. The thing with the candle going out is I kind of associate that with the like, because that was said when Tsukihi was talking about not going on the thing with her boyfriend for White Day. So, and I almost want to say that's like maybe some sort of foreshadowing parallel to Araragi and Senjo, but we're still kind of seeing what's going to happen with that. Like, it kind of depends on what Ougi does with them going to the planetarium, right? If Ougi shows up and is like ready to like make moves or whatever, right? Especially like this ending thing. Certainty and commitment are being questioned in this episode, right? The beginning, and then that thing with Tsukihi. Like, I totally agree with that. And it ends with Ougi opening her eye after Senjo lays out clear visions and plans of the future. Like, that kind of spiel, I could definitely see as being like that makes a lot of sense to me. That Ougi may want to interrupt these ideas of certainty and commitment that Araragi has with Senjo because of the thoughts of, like, narcissism and self-love or whatever. But we kind of got to just see I could see that being the case. I'm waiting for the show to cook. Araragi said that not loving himself with me is good as a human. True. Are your subs different from what you've seen on screen? Oh, we have jokes. We're joke. Oh, we got jokes now. Oh, we're okay. But yeah. This is a pen thing. It being in English, I don't really know what to do with that. That's the thing, because I went off on the somebody called it something. Hempel's Raven. Not gonna lie, never heard of that before. Looked it up. I think that's the argument I was using. Don't know where I got it from if I didn't even know the name of it. But the thing of like, this is a pen is a cliche English rank statement. Had literally no clue that was a thing. That people were saying this is the case in like the Discord. Shout out the Discord. Hey. But in that case, then what? Like, what? Oshino's in America? Oshino's in New York. Hanakawa is learning the English language. I don't know. I just straight up don't know. This has taken up too much RAM in my brain, but I have literally no clue what to do with it, right? Yeah. Though, Owari season 2 spoilers. I'm gonna click. No, I'm not gonna do it. And then this is another just order. Oh, let me like it. Bing, 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 bing. Just another order thing. I agree with this pretty much. That like it's done in this order for a reason. Like, let's just cook with it, But yeah. Let me pull up the episode. What am I drinking today? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Oh no. I finished drinking my Dr. Pepper from McDonald's. I could open up. I have another Dr. Pepper here. Let's do another Dr. Pepper. Ooh, Capri Sun. I lied. Capri Sun time. But yeah, what we're going to do this episode, I don't really have much to say on, like, the actual episode itself. Because I think the thing in the beginning I was confused on got cleared up. Right, this thing. We're cleared up on that. Oh my goodness, that shot was so scary. Why was that shot so scary? The date stuff, this stuff. I don't know. It feels so weird. I feel like we should be doing other things. So I'm kind of like, what are we doing this? There's the point of Tsukihi not doing the thing. Yeah, right here. For some reason, I declined whoosh of the thing. That makes me think of like, that may, I don't know exactly what that makes me think, but that makes me a little worried about Araragi and Senjo when it comes to Ougi, as I was saying. I just wanted to show that bit off. Oh yeah, and then he's like, how did you know? And she's like, bro, what do you mean I know? I'm build dev. But yeah, oh yeah, and then the Nadeko stuff, Nadeko gets brought up. Where it's like, I guess we can do something with Nadeko. There's so many pieces flying around. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get like distracted. I don't want to get red herringed on Nadeko when we got to be focusing on like maybe Senjo, but more importantly Ougi, right? And then the Hanakawa Oshino thing, we talked about that a lot. No idea what the I have a pen thing is in this case. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens there. Again, I do think there is something really funny about Senjo driving the car and how surprised Araragi was about that, and how that parallels Kanburu with Araragi and Ouwarimonogatari. I think that's kind of cool, right? Driving the car is like an adult thing or whatever. Excuse me. But yeah, we are going to look at the OP and then I guess ED as well. The OP or the ED will probably be pretty quick because it's mostly the same visuals. We kind of already glanced at them, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember though, and if I don't remember, might as well do another pass, right? I actually do remember looking at the ED a little bit, but let's just do a pass of the OP-ED and then jump into the actual episode. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to offer you a sip of my Capri Sun. Take a sip. They're pretty good, bro. I freaking love Capri Suns. Dreamy Date Drive. Drive because the car. Out of the Stars, Denebel Tervega, right? Who are you dreaming about? I like that shot here. Let me go back. The shot of Senjo. Like this is like kind of like a shorter hair kind of deal, Senjo with the braid, but then this is like young Senjo way back in Bake, I'm thinking. So it kind of shows how far they've come, kind of deal. My heart starts to race. These are almost like all the dates they could have been on. You know what I mean? Because that was kind of a point, is that they hadn't been going on dates because they've been so preoccupied with like the entrance exams and all the like vampirism stuff. So it's almost like this is her dreams of all the different dates they could have been on, but they've been too distracted, right? So like it's, you know, and they're all from Araragi's POV. So it's like, oh, we're laying down together in like the springtime or the summer or whatever. Or at the library hanging out. She looks over, she's blushing. You know? This is a very like a date thing to me where it's like, oh, we're going out to like look at the lights or whatever, like winter time. Going to a park together, just chilling. And then she starts floating away. It's like, this is her dreaming, right? I mean, we were talking about dreaming. So it's kind of like she's dreaming, you know, flying away from the spot she fell asleep. More than the eternity I wished for upon that shooting star. More than eternity, the thing I want is you. That's very cute. Card? Yeah, I'm really thinking it's crazy. It's like all these different moments with her, right? All, you know, because we can tell it's like different times because of the hair, right? She's quite adorable. She's very sweet. My unrequited love for you will never be enough. Unrequited. And I mean, unrequited ties into the whole narcissism spiel. How it's like he's, you know, well, except he is like, no, I love her. That's 100%. He's 100% there that he loves her. He's just trying to think about how that reflects on him as a human, especially with trying to measure how much he loves himself in comparison. Him loving her isn't the thing in question. So unrequited, maybe it's just from her perspective that she's worried. I don't know. My feelings will become starlight. That's a cute line. I think I said that already. I'm pretty sure I have looked at this OP. It is fun, though. It's a fun OP. Till the day they can reach you. Wish upon a shooting star type beat. Okay, ED. We did look at this. Bookmark brings back a distant past. Bookmark. It's just, why are we spending now to look back at the relationship? It's because that's the thing. It's like the heart inside my chest. It's like the past, right? We're looking into the past so much with like their relationship as it's been. When was my heart not alone anymore? Your heart brought mine to with each other or something. Your heart brought mine into the sun from the shadow. That's cute. That's a crazy line. Though our future, what was it? Let me get the wording. Though our future shone as bright as the star-filled sky might, though it had just begun to resemble the night sky. No, wait, I'm tripping. It's I guess she's just it's funny because she's associating the star with their future, like the stars with their future. But when you zoom out enough, the stars are an Ougi, right? It's the Ougi fan shape. So it's kind of funny that, like, the thing she's associating their future with is the stars, which is also an Ougi. So their future is tied to Ougi. You know what I mean? That's ominous. That's just spooky. That's a spooker. Any spookers in the chat? Like resemble the night sky. The night sky's an Ougi, bro. I don't know. I'm just trying to make use of that Ougi thing. Dang, she really. Wait, she got swag here. Wait, what is she doing? She's doing one of these. The like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a pose, bro. That's a Senjo pose right there. That's the sauce. Okay. I like that. I like that. Let me just squeal. Real quick. Let me think of myself the entire time. Wait a second. Are they... am I wrong for this? Wait, 1 second. You can literally see where it boops up. You can see, like, you know what I mean? Like, look. Smooth booba. The hill in the valley. The hill, bro. The mountain. You can see the mountain spot. And I'm not wrong for that. They're just asking me to... Okay. No, but you know what I mean? I was just crazy that it's not just a smooth thing. There's, like, a little bit of the ping pong. Okay. Listen, I know I say I'm literally Araragi a lot. Not like that. Calm down. Araragi flies by. Meeting you back on that special day changed my life forever. Whatever the line is. Just changed my life? Yeah, just changed my life. Hachukuji Shinobu? Senjugahara? Okay. Let's jump into the episode. I say we jump into the episode. We're just driving to the planetarium. Ougi's gonna jump us, is my guess. Don't forget, most of the things I've said about, like, Oshino in the past and how that's gonna... we start with the OP. How that's probably gonna apply to Ougi is something to keep in mind. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Let's just jump into it in a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang! Kind of a more chill arc a little bit. I kind of like this coat, too. Isn't this coat nice? Shall we zip up? Nah, no zipper. No zipper. First time I saw it was enchanting. What is it? Oh, your sleeping face lit up by the light of the stars. That's what was enchanting. That's so sweet. My heart starts to race when I ask myself who you're dreaming about when I'm looking at your sleeping face. Wait, I'm cooking with these lyrics. Give me a second. No, now we're moving to something else. Okay. I was wondering if she, like, wants him to be dreaming about her. Something like that. Because her heart races when she wondered what he was dreaming about when looking at his face. And then she starts talking about, like, my unrequited love for you will never be enough. You know, like, kind of a little bit of, like, self-doubting a little bit. And how, like, important it is to, like, my feelings to reach you. So, yeah, maybe it's kind of a thing of, like, he's dreaming about things that aren't me, you know? And I pray upon the star that one day my feelings will be able to reach you like that. Could be cooking. I kind of like that. Okay. Ougi. Hitagi rendezvous. Who are we rendezvousing with? Oshino's just at the planetarium. Yo, what's up with ya? On a call, it's just... Oh, it's Ougi. Hi, Ougi. Oh, we're on the moon. Alright, teach me. He fell asleep. He wasn't dreaming about Senjo. He's dreaming about Ougi. My rival Hanakawa. Oh, is she in Australia? The chameleon. Pictor Vela. Ooh, Hydra's the water snake. Snake with a water radical. Yeah, we know that's important. Yeah, you cut off the head. 2 more tickets, please. Ooh, this music. True. Yeah, we have a weird perspective on the stars, or like a unique, not weird, but like unique, right? Because it's a 3D space, but we're kind of viewing it in a 2D way. Okay. Ah, yes. Who dealt with the Hydra? Oh, you. True. Hercules. I thought it might have been Hercules, but I wasn't sure. I was about to say that. You're no Hercules, brother. Yeah. With fire, like sunlight, like vampire. Yay, Hercules and the Hydra. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Hitagi crab, low key. Hmm. Ougi is just such a yapper, bro. Like, I'm not at the planetarium yet. Don't give me. I want to learn about them at the planetarium, not in my dreams. Ow, ow, ow! Don't shine that in my eyes. The freaking laser pointer. Eastern and western parts. Ooh, ooh. Oh, good shot, good shot, good shot. That's cool. You have your body chopped up too? Is that what you said? Wait, is it like Araragi and Ougi are the two halves? Are we kind of thinking of that a little bit? I don't know. That is sick. Who is the serpent bearer? Ooh, Asclepius. Yeah, with the Asclepian rod or whatever it's called. The rod of Asclepius. I love that rod. Pause. Against the rules. Gotta correct that. Hmm. Wait, why'd it get struck by lightning if Hades was mad? Isn't Zeus lightning boy? My fault. Ew, scary, scary. I suppose. I don't... Huh? You cursed Kaiki and Oshino and everyone? Stop walking like that. Senjo, yeah, Senjo's to the right in the car. Senjo's to the right in the car. Good move, Araragi. Good move. Because they got the flip seats. Shut up. Why not? Oh, Tadatsu? What? Yes, 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 yes. Scary? Scary? Oh, it's the stuff he was saying in hell. Crazy, it's like Ougi heard that all. Isn't it, Araragi? You shouldn't do Failure oriented, mistake oriented. Don't do don't attempt to do the right thing because you might mess things up. Crazy. Oh, you get away from me. You're so scary. Oh, the phoenix, the phoenix. They just wreck things as they walk. Yeah. The scales of fate, bro. They adjust the unjust. That's the way of life they've chosen. Wordplay. Whoa, whoa. And I too am someone who pursues his righteousness by correcting mistakes. Yeah. Hop and escape. You're about to wake up, dog. Yeah. When I see you in the real world, you're so scary. Okay. It's all gonna come out next time we see each other. What? What? You, baby boy. Oh, the principles of the universe. You really think you're it. I'm the fan. Yeah, I'm the fan of the universe. Ooh. Whoa, I might not have to concern myself with you any further. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, don't become my problem. Because if he gets taken in by Gon, then he's going to have to deal with Ougi, and Ougi's like, don't even deal with it. Yeah, stay out of it. Don't try to do the right thing. Don't try to do the right thing, because you'll do wrong things. Think about it. Whoa. Ougi's trying to persuade... Ougi's trying to persuade Araragi to stay out of it by, like, using these ideas of what is the right thing against him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Good morning, Senjugahara. Do you have a chocolate bar necklace? Literally me. No, anytime someone wakes me up, I say this. I was just resting my eyes. No, I was awake. I was awake. Oh, yeah. The truth comes out. Where are we? Are we in the planetarium? Bro, I'm just trying to nap. I'm just trying to sleep. Hmm. Oh, yeah, we are. It's empty. Exit. Yummy lunch. Ooh, bowling. Karaoke! Hachukuchi tears it up on karaoke, bro. That girl is a real clown. Okay. Bro, I'm so bad at bowling. You're taking advantage of him. Yeah, that's evil. I suck at bowling. Bro, I suck at bowling. Aw, astronauts. Oh, they were holding hands. Spiral staircase, don't fall. Don't fall, Senjo. I know you like to fall. Oh, it's a mist. Oh, it's a T-Rex. Oh, it's a flowers. Oh, but she's the prettiest flower there. Aww. Oh, food. Neko Cafe, Cat Cafe, Hanakawa. Thoughts? Araragi! Araragi coffee. The Arara coffee. You rat. He's actually good at it. She just called him a rat. That's my line. From the first frame to the fifth frame. Wait, they're cracked. Why are you good at bowling? She's crazy at bowling. Oh, it starts slipping? Oh, she started falling apart completely. Ran out of juice. Wow, Araragi beat by 1. Wow, the comeback king. Or she lost on purpose, low-key on the Shleezy. Low-key on the Shleezy, she wanted to be under his control. Go move. Go move. I'd lose bowling too. Listen, if my girl was like, you have to swear absolute devotion if you lose, I'm throwing the match. Aww. That's cute. Yeah, it was quite the adventure. Is it now? I like his shirt. I like his shirt. True. Bars. I think Clash is harsher than Oppose, but I'll let it slide. Yeah. Has to swear absolute. Yeah, okay. Yo, spit. Wait, was that the start of the ED or whatever? What kind of like JoJo's Bizarre like stat sheet was that? No, literally, that's what I'm saying. Why did we skip? I wanted to hear her sing. That's funny. Chocolate. Stop skipping. I want to watch. Wait, who won? By .001? Did Araragi win by... That's crazy. Anything. Araragi, anything. Anything, Araragi. If you say I'm heavy, that's funny. That's funny coming from her. And like the way with the weight stuff, you know what I mean? Okay. We were just in hell, my lady. Whoa. Okay, she's that based. She said I'm ready. It turned into a marriage proposal. Okay. He sucks. Ooh. Overthought it. She's such a real one. Ooh, she non-transactional. I feel like we've talked about transact. Whoa! Wow! Why are you drifting? What is going on? She switched on him. She switched on him. Now you have to prove it. Now you have to prove your affection for me. Oh, he didn't have anything. Ah. Please don't commit suicide. There it is. That's the question she was fishing for. Because she's been trying to get full control over him all day. Yep, there it is. Yeah, you pretty much did. You pretty much just did. There we go. Good job, Araragi. See? That's all she wanted. She just wanted a little bit of absolute obedience. Now what are you gonna do with it? Now what are you gonna do with it, Senjo? What are you gonna do with it? We're not gonna get to see. We're not gonna get to see. Alright. You wanna walk me home gently real quick? Yeah, walk me home gently, please. Whoa. Whoa. No, she want Hitagi? Wow, okay. That's kind of cute. That's kind of sweet. Yeah. Aww. Aww. Aww, that's so sweet. Aw, wait, that was so cute. Not the first name, bro. You love to see it, man. Shoot, so Ougi was saying stay out of it. It wasn't a bait thing then, because Ougi went in his dream. Ougi didn't even appear in person to deal with him. He just said, "Hitori Bochi." Wait, is that Bochi's name from Bochi the Rock? Am I tripping? Sorry, no, but I was reading the Japanese. So yeah, so Ougi's in person doing something right now. Wants Araragi to stay out of it, and even said like next time we meet in person, oh, the truth is coming out. Right? Which I'm assuming is the whole like, you are me, I am you, it is what it is, right? That whole deal. However Ogi's gonna describe it, right? But like, you know, I am the darkness underneath your candlestick, pause, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm just curious what's Ougi doing right now while they were on this date, because Gon specifically said white day is the day we're doing this, and the sun just went down. So I assumed that they were already cooking. You know what I mean? I assumed that they were cooking. Oh, there's an entire end section. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, Ougi's literally... Doug, I thought you said stay out of it. Alright. Okay, what's up? Counterattack didn't go well. They're just chilling. I guess they are exhausted. Ooh, not the flashlight. I see you. Ow, get that out of my eyes. No, I appreciate that, Ougi. No, I do appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. My fault. Why don't we? This stylization is so sick right now. There it is. Oh, shoot. Lock in. Oh, you're gonna deny it? Ougi really said misinformation. Crazy. How it feels to spread misinformation. Stay out of it. Yeah. Don't do the wrong thing. Do the right thing and withdraw. Ooh, no surplus within my heart. Good line. This music is so good right now. Nothing left to lose. Oh. All these signs saying like wrong way, go a different way. What? What? Ogi's about to say the biggest line ever, bro. Not the principles, not the principles of the universe, not the darkness. The what? Wait, the what are you? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Okay. Ougi got regrets? Hmm. What is it, Ougi? What is it? Hmm. 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 There at the shrine? Where? Dang, a trap you have to fall for. Ow. Ougi and Araragi against Gain, bro. Shoot. Wait. Is that the end? That was the end. Pause, 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 pause. Dude, dude. What is Araragi gonna do? Wait. What is he actually gonna do though? Why do I feel like there's a chance that he's like, yeah, I'm there. You know what I mean? Because has Araragi ever declined helping someone before? No. Like even the one kid within the deco, right? That got like the snake went back to get him. He wanted to help that kid too. That's like the closest thing I can imagine to him not helping was him wanting to, but then getting tripped up because of the Nadeko thing. That he was like helping the person that attacked Nadeko was already kind of strange, and I don't even know how to approach this, right? That's the closest he's gotten to not helping someone. Well, maybe there's another time he has like, I guess gone slick talk, right? He didn't help her, um, but I don't know if did she ever say like specifically, I want you to come help? I don't know. I'd have to look back. But even then, even if that was the one time, then it's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's just what like I totally feel like I could see this happening, right? Ooh, ooh. When that time comes, can you take my side? Ougi says, "Come help me. I'm walking into the trap. I know I'm gonna get jumped. You gotta help me out." The issue is though he can't. He's not gonna fight against like. I mean, even the Hercules thing was like against. It was your Hercules, right? Wasn't that the kind of idea that he was Hercules? I don't know if she ever said that. The enemy of my enemy is my friend may be false. Ooh, because it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The way I would think that is the enemy of my enemy is Ougi because my enemy is no is gone because Ogi's my enemy. The enemy of Ougi gone then becomes my friend. But Ougi's saying that might not be the case. Maybe you shouldn't work with gone, you know? But it's kind of crazy because Ougi is saying like don't do the right thing. Don't you shouldn't do the right thing, right? Um it isn't necessarily doing the right thing. Wait, let me get this. Let me get this again. So it's I don't know. It's just crazy to say like stay out of it, stay out of Gon slick talk, and then saying hey help me out, right? That almost feels like you can't say stay out of it and then come help me, you know? Well, Kagenui and the Fire Sisters claim the way of life they follow is one of justice. It isn't necessarily doing the right thing. It's just correcting things. In order to be righteous, they don't do the right thing. The right thing is different than what is righteous. Bars. They right wrongs, they adjust the unjust. That's the way of life they've chosen. Dude, I could totally see Araragi pulling up like that. It's just the issue. I could only see him really doing that with Gon. I don't think I could see him doing that with Kishot and Hachikuji. How could you ever team up with Ougi against Hachikuji? You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what he says too. It just would be so cool. It would just be so cool for him to team up with Ougi that like I kind of want it to happen, you know? Yeah, here it is. Your last date. I missed that last date line. Because he's saying there's no choice. I have no supports with my heart, but he's saying that with with Hachikuji and Kishada in mind, right? So like I don't know how he could get past that. Especially because he's like, dude, it's one of those things. Okay, wait, let me go back to something even crazier and more important than that. The whole I'm not the darkness thing. Because I kind of always associated you with the darkness. So what do you mean you're not the darkness? Because earlier you said I'm the principles of the universe, which is pretty much what the darkness was, right? It was like the rules or whatever. But Ougi specifically says, nah, that ain't me. Right here. And Araragi didn't misunderstand that. That's what you said. You're literally just lying. I'm not the darkness. Because the darkness is the thing that was correcting that which was a problem. So how can you not be the dark? I guess it could be the case that you're not the darkness, but you're serving the same role as the darkness. So the dark, you know what I mean? So like, because Ougi attached to Araragi, check. Darkness attached to Araragi, tentative check, right? I'm willing to say that. And so it could be like like in the same way that Hanakawa had Tsubasa Tiger and Black Hanakawa, it could be kind of like that where it's like two slightly different approaches, but like, what do you mean by that, Ougi? I'm not the darkness. By the way, Araragi-san, and then he just keeps yapping. And then what's the unfinished business? I assume it's... what is your unfinished business? Look back on with regret. I would assume it's a god to the shrine, right? Because Ougi did put into movement the business with Nadeko, right? And Kaiki interfered with that all. So, and it was Kaiki interfering specifically, not Araragi, which is part of why Araragi doesn't even need to be part of that, which is what Ougi was saying, right? So, correcting that, and especially because Ougi keeps yapping about the shrine over and over, I'm thinking the shrine's the location, and a god not being in the shrine is the unfinished business. That's what I'm assuming is the case there. Right. Once you choose this, you won't already done. It's like, and all these signs here, because there's all these like don't like stop signs. It's like, no, this is the wrong way. Or I don't know. There are a bunch of red ones. They're confusing. There's ones that say go straight, go right, go left, stop, or whatever. It's almost like Araragi saying, stop, don't do this. It was a bad move. Don't team up with Ougi. You know, something like that. So I have to do, even if I have to put everything else aside, even your own like safety or whatever, like walking into the trap. And it's also an issue because I know Gon, like Araragi doesn't really like Gon, right? So there's like a little mini motive. I also like that, dude. She turns the light on and it gets darker. Isn't that crazy? Right? Like, look, it's light outside. We can actually see everything. And then she turns on her flashlight and it becomes dark. That's crazy. And then the signs go away. You can't tell what the signs are saying anymore. You don't know if they're telling you go straight, go right, go left, stop, yield, whatever. As soon as she turns the light on, all the signs fade, bro. That's crazy, man. It's like the path's taking. It's like I don't even know what the paths are anymore. Kind of referring to Araragi being like, I know which path to take. Like, Ougi turns the light on and there aren't even paths anymore. Or signs for the paths, rather. When that time comes, can you take my side? Araragi, I don't like that you're not saying no right away. Please help me? It feels like that's a kill shot, bro. Please help me being said to Araragi. I feel like Araragi just can't help but get himself involved now. But Ougi, you're only gonna do that if you know you can get him on your side. Because, like, having Araragi there, earlier you were saying don't be sweet-talked by Gon. Which is to say, don't, don't... I was taking that as a don't even get involved thing. But that's just don't take her side. Now it's a show up, take my side. So saying please help me means that, like, Ougi is either confident enough that Araragi will follow and be on Ougi's side. Oh man, that would just be crazy, dude. Araragi, there's no way you do that. But Ougi looks so confident with his stupid smile. And it's like, if Ougi fails that check, that persuasion check, that DC 30 persuasion check, then what? Like, Araragi shows up, follows, and then takes Gon inside. You know? Or takes Hachikuji or Kiss Shot's side at that point, right? This is crazy, dude. I don't know how he's gonna respond to that. And based off the, like, I saw like 2 seconds of the next episode, it was a different title, little like chapter card. It wasn't the stars or whatever. It was like a black thing, right? So I assume now we're done with Hitagi Rendezvous, and we got the next one. I think I was actually told that there were 2 arcs left. So I guess this is like in OR's S2, right? So, oh, you can see my full file path there. Downloaded video storage, Monogatari, final season, Owarimonogatari season 2, Owarimonogatari season 2, Owarimonogatari season 2, episode 7. That's funny. This entire thing with Senjo, by the way, was very cute, right? Yeah, I think I followed most of that pretty well. She wanted to like have that level of closeness that comes with the first name. That was very sweet. Also, that pulled out shot to the car made me think of like, oh, Araragi, why'd you move the camera outside the car? She kind of parked in an isolated region. We got these rocks for cover. That's kind of crazy. That's all I'm saying. Let him cook. Let him cook. What was the overthinking about? Oh, with the chocolate thing. Because, no, yeah, she doesn't actually really care about the chocolates. She was just using that as a way to bait him into the first name thing. Which is very funny. So, no, she didn't throw on purpose. She actually ran out of juice. I'd be throwing on purpose. Oops. I'll be absolute obedience. I'm pledging it. Is now back in her complete form. Hachikuji, I wish from the bottom of my heart that you'll make the right decision. Forsake them both. It comes back to, in order to be righteous, you shouldn't do the right thing. So, in order to be righteous, you need to not do the right thing, because doing the right thing, you're going to mess things up. To win, it's absolutely necessary to lose somewhere along the way, and since losing is the wrong thing to do, you can't ever lose, even if it's doing so to win, because you're screwing things up because you're losing, right? In order to be righteous, you shouldn't do the right thing. So how could he do help Ougi? How can he do the help Ougi action? Wouldn't that be doing the right thing? So it almost feels like in that way I'm confused on like how Ougi's not like contradicting herself here. You know what I mean? A mistake always falls when you try to do the right thing, that's why I thought you shouldn't do anything, right? Avert your eyes type behavior, which is why you shouldn't work with Gon. But then Ougi's like, come help me. So it's just like, that doesn't make sense to me. And then you throw out this all balances out to 0 line again, bro. Crazy line. And then the little justice bit, skip that. They've chosen that way of life. But by becoming the enemy of evil, one can become its antithesis, thus taking on the mantle of justice. One can become the enemy of evil. Right, you're defining yourself by being by opposition, right? And I too am someone who pursues righteousness by correcting mistakes. She's like associating herself with the Fire Sisters and Garganui, right? What is the darkness then, bro? Do I even trust Ougi? I don't even really trust Ougi, bro. Ougi is such a threat. And this feels like a little jab. This feels like a jab at the thing, the prelude to episode 1, or episode 3, I mean, episode 1 of this arc. With the whole, like, you know, with the person you love and that's not yourself, you know, something like that. But when you have the chance, Araragi, please think about the answer to the question of what you think the right thing is. Yeah, I mean, this is just Ougi trying to bait him into following her, I guess. What is the right thing? It's just, it's tough because he's trying to answer that question in an abstract as opposed to like in a question or in context, right? And right where he's trying to figure out what the right thing is to do in this like abstracted world and then apply it to the real world, where a lot of the times like applying the like, you know, like having some sort of philosophy or whatever that is perfect for every situation is really hard unless it's a really vague big philosophy, you know. So having a strict what you think the right thing is and then cooking it into this or into the situation where then Gon's like, come help me, like it just feels kind of weird to do it like that. Ordering is a little strange to me. I'm more so I'm like a base your philosophy out of the real world as a like I feel like if you go into the abstract you'll get lost. You won't be grounded in the real world enough that you won't be able to cook. So you need to play with both, right? Like the actual context a little bit, your past experiences and the real world. And I feel like Araragi just tries to go from it from like a super abstract angle. I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't freaking know, bro. I'm just worried that he's now gonna like. What are you gonna do? Let's talk about when I see you in the real world. Yeah, I got it. If I still remember when I wake up, that was kind of a thing too, where he was like, did he really forget? He kind of said something that made me think he forgot. What do you say here? Did you try to have me exterminated? Oh, misinformation. Did you fact check? Make the right decision. It's non-existent. I don't know what the right thing is, but I do know what path I should take. How do you know with path you should take if you don't know what the right thing is? Oh my goodness, Araragi. Because he's basing it off of like his attachments to Shinobu and Hachikuji. I mean, Kishada and Hachikuji. Let me just listen to like a good chunk of this real quick. I just want to jump into the next episode, bro. And then this is the darkness piece. What did you say? I kind of am curious if you forgot the dream thing. Because there was one line that made me think that for a second. So let me just let him cook. It'd be nice if it is. It'd be nice if the two of you had a future. It's so ominous. Stop being ominous. From Tadatsuru. The thing though is like, maybe I'm just getting swindled, but like, what if it is misinformation? I don't know who else would do it, but, or like, you know, Oshino did it. But you know, like, why should we trust the specialists either? I don't trust anybody. I mean, didn't Gon lie about the Tsubasa Tiger thing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily trust them. But I definitely don't. Well, but Ougi's all about correcting wrongs, right? I feel like would Ougi lie? I don't remember Ougi's position on lying, if that counts or not. I feel like that, I mean, I almost feel like, no, but Ougi said earlier, I'm the principles of the universe, and then said I'm not the darkness. So I feel like that was Ougi being, like, self-correcting. So no, I think Ougi would lie, you know? Would be willing to. Or yeah, there's no way I'd do it. Yeah, Ougi's a fat liar. But that doesn't mean that Tadatsuru's not a fat liar. But no, I'm gonna trust Tadatsuru over Ougi. Okay. Nothing I would do to get you harmed. No, I don't trust you. Shut up. Yeah, this line. Did you say that? That's literally what Ougi said in the dream. Araragi, the dream was this episode. The dream was earlier today in your chronological time. What do you mean I forgot? What do you mean, did you say that? Well, if she's saying she said it, she probably said it. Like my guy, I know it came to me in a dream isn't usually the best way to, like, defend something, but, like, she literally told you. But it's non-existent. The choice to forsake Shinobu and Hachikuji is one I don't have. He's saying that's not even an option. But then she says, come help me. Do you have a choice to forsake Ougi? It's kind of like that, right? Where we've seen before Araragi being forced to choose between people to save, you know? With Gon. This is, like, a choice between who to help. Where, like, you know, as opposed to who do I save, it's who do I help, but that necessitates harming the other people. You know, he's asked to choose sides, so he can't pick both. Like, he literally can't pick both. It's not a thing where he has to, like, split resources, but by necessity choosing one choice it opposes the other, right? In a way that previously it's not quite that 100%. Because if he helps Ougi, then he's forsaking Shinobu and Hachikuji. If he helps Shinobu and Hachikuji, then he forsakes Ougi. So getting asked really puts him in a rock and a hard place. But with his tunnel vision, I almost want to say that he'll follow Ougi, and then he'll show up and his brain's just going to explode when he sees that he has to, like, choose between a bunch of people. Gon, what are you doing? I feel like Gon's got to... I mean, Gon, I guess, is just trapped at, I assume, the shrine. Yeah, because last time we saw them, they were all at the shrine, so there's no choice. I have no surplus within my heart. And the path is just avoidant, or is it... Or I guess it's to not forsake them, which means to not get involved. Or to help them. One of the two, right? Dang, yeah. I mean, we're just gonna have to see what he does, I guess. And then this line... I'm just gonna keep going to this line. I'm not the darkness. Are you even... You see this devilish smirk? You can't cut to this big, goofy grin and be like, I'm trustworthy. No. It's not trustworthy, man. But in a way, I trust you. Oh my goodness, you're so annoying. You're so annoying, Ougi. She might not have anything to look back with for Greymore, but I do. Yeah, and then like the appeal to emotion with like the whole like regret thing. It's just tough, and I don't know what Araragi's gonna do. I could see Araragi being roped into it, but then when Araragi's there, I don't know how I don't think he could do any actions. He's literally going to be like, what is he gonna just try to de-escalate? You know, be like, let's not. You know what I mean? Like, I could see him getting roped into it on Ougi's side and then being forced to be like, I can't help everyone and just like lose it, you know? But I don't even know what that would look like. Especially because we know that Ougi, I think, I could maybe Araragi gets roped into it with Ougi and then Oshino clutch. Because I do think we're getting an Oshino clutch in the next 3 episodes. He's literally the biggest Chekhov's gun I've ever seen, right? End of Bake, or whenever he left, in that area, like end of Bake, beginning of the next stuff. I forget exactly what episode he left, but he's gonna show up. He has to. He literally needs to. I feel like that's just is what it is, you know? Or I guess he doesn't need to, but like it just feels right. I mean, it's Oshino Ougi, right? Oshino's gonna have to, to deal with that. On top of Hanakawa's out fishing for him, because I'm thinking Hanakawa, Oshino pulls up in the portal's endgame, right? And then that'll be what fixes whatever nightmare we walk into next episode. There's no way I do anything to harm you, Araragi. You literally are wrong. You stop pushing me into traffic. You literally were... Remember that one time Ougi was like saying like, I want to hurt you? Or didn't Ougi literally say that they like got off to it? Not in that way, but you know what I mean? In like, was it Suki? I forget the freaking names, bro. In that one spot where Ougi, it's the one scene where Ougi randomly flashes Araragi. You know the one where Ougi like turns around and then dips her head through her legs? And, like, we don't see her skirt, like, whatever's going on there, which almost feels like taunting, you know, that scene. That's the scene I associate. Don't get mad at me. Let me cook. That's the scene I associate with that scene, which is, I think, when Ougi was like, yo, I kind of like hurting you in this way. And then Ougi says, I would never hurt you. Like, Ougi is a self-contradicting monster, bro. I don't trust Ougi. But Araragi's one to fall for it, especially when he keeps forgetting everything that Ougi ever says. You know? And the crab sided with the Hydra and attacked Hercules? Well, who's the crab? Or who's Hercules? Yeah, because Kishot is the Hydra because of the Immortal. I doubt you'd be able to, so you're Hercules. So Senjo is against you, is what you're saying. Ougi's saying everyone's against you. Everyone's against you. That music was crazy in that section, too. I loved the music. This was one of the best music episodes. Like, background OSTs. And then Ougi's on the moon. Which is interesting. Fitting. Very fitting. Today we'll be settling constellations. Yeah, this entire part was sick. Man, whenever they've done Araragi dreams, they're always cooking. Huh. Hum. New OP next episode. No OP next episode probably, because I saw that little tiny bit of a preview, right, where it was different chapter thing, so it's got to be a new OP, new ED. Who's gonna be in the? Is it gonna be the same ED again though? And then who would it be in here? Imagine if it's Ougi, bro. If it's Ougi standing here and being like, "Oh, you changed my life, Araragi. It's your boy Ougi." You know? I don't know though. I don't know. Dang, I feel like that's all I got for this one. Because it's just one of those things where, like, they could play with... I guess I'm thinking Araragi could be convinced to show up, and then everything just falls apart because he's forced into, like, a true, like, no-win situation. And then Oshino comes in and clutches it by familiarizing Ougi. I mean, that's the best guess I have, right? Because I really like the idea that the familiar thing will come up, and that's why Ougi's name is the way Ougi's name is. That's, yeah. Because otherwise, why is it Oshino Ougi? You know? I feel like that was intentional from Oshino. That makes a lot of sense to me, right? Because the man's cooking behind the scenes, you know? I think he took himself off the board on purpose. So, but then he got cursed somehow? That's pretty crazy. How did Oshino get cursed? I don't know how Oshino got cursed. Because didn't she say Oshino got cursed? Or am I tripping? I think she said all of them got cursed, including Oshino. Yeah, right here. All parties responsible for her resurrection faced retaliation. Tadatsuru, Kagenui, Oshino, Kaiki. And had curses placed on their bodies. So yeah, I don't know exactly what the curse is on most of them. I mean, Kagenui's gone, so that could be whatever. That could be referring to that. Tadatsu's literally dead. So, you know, Kaiki got hit in the back of the head with a bat. I guess that counts. Get cursed, brain damage, you know. And then I don't know about Oshino though. And then Ougi saying Gon has it coming. So, and that's kind of part of the counter to the counter attack. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Araragi's gonna do. We'll have to think about it a little bit, but we'll go be ready. We'll go be ready. I could see a lot happening. I could see a lot going down. I could see him a little team up with Ougi would be crazy. And then a betrayal onto Ougi would be crazy. Something like that could definitely cook. But we'll just kind of have to see what happens on next episode of Owarimonogatari Season 2 on the next episode 5. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe. If you are new, blah, 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 comment below if you say or join the Discord and talk to me or other Owarimonogatari Season 2 fans there. But until next episode 5, that's Friday night, I will be seeing you then.